Hello everyone, this is Darryl20 and welcome to episode 68 of Darryl20's Let's Play of ATM10 to the Skies. Today, I think it's Draconic Energy storage time. I'm thinking like maybe right above my starting island. That would be cool, wouldn't it? I like that. Um, what if we just did like a nice old build to me and we made like this like way up in the air up here? Does that sound cool? Let's take a look at what's involved in making these. So we're going to need an energy core, which looks pretty easy. Okay. And then we're going to need an energy pylon or two. And this is where energy goes in and out, if I remember correctly. And then we're going to need you. Let's get like, I think ultimately I'm going to need 36 of these. If I'm not mistaken. So if we take a look in the quest book, there are quests for each tier of upgrade. Okay. And basically it's just getting more and more draconium blocks. So let's get like 20 of those and see how far that gets me quest-wise. And then we're also going to need redstone blocks, as I recall. So that gets me up to tier 2, which is cool. That also got me tier 3. Awesome. Tier 4 is going to need 54. Ultimately, I want to get, like, let's start with tier 6. So, like, 150-ish. I don't know how much draconium we have, but we're going to find out. Okay. I'm just accepting the quest rewards to make my life a little bit easier now. More pylons optional. I don't think we actually need that, right? Ooh, Draconic IO crystals. That's cool. So tier 5 is going to need 90 draconium blocks. I accidentally changed chapters. I hate that tab does that. So I'm at that many. Let's get like 30 more. And let's get a bunch of redstone, because I know we're going to need a bunch of that. That should finish chapter 5 for me. Maybe. What's a prereq to that? More pylons optional? If it's optional, why is it a prerequisite? So that would be you. There you go. Cool. So that gives me glass, which I guess we will also need. Cool. So now if I want tier 6, I need 150 total draconium blocks. We currently have 128, right? So 22 more. Is that right? Did I math that wrong? Yeah, 128, and we need, what, 8 more then? Cool. Okay. So then here, we're going to tier up toggle build guide or assemble core. I'm just going to hit assemble core. Right, we need to get rid of you guys. And then we should be able to assemble core. Hopefully I did enough redstone. Theoretically, yes. And then let's go 3 away and do the energy core stabilizers, right? Old school cool. Am I wrong? And then we should be able to have you advanced stabilizers required, right? So we just need to do this 3 times more, right? So here, here, cool. Okay. And that should be cool. So now I can activate you, and that's awesome. Now, if I remember also correctly, from the top, we're going to want energy pylons, right? And then you can be wrenched. You might need the Draconic wrench. Nope. It's like glass goes on top and bottom or something, and that determines inputs and outputs. Oh boy, I kind of forget how this works. That ain't right. That's centered? Yeah. Is that centered? That is centered. That is centered. He might need to go like that. That's looking good. Oh, there we go. All right, cool. So energy in and then energy out, right? So if we adjusted you guys, right? And then let's make you, so you're providing on blue. Let's remove you guys and make more flux plugs, right? Are we like out of flux dust? I guess so. Obsidian over the thing with the redstone. Magnet off. Cool. Let's teach you how flux plugs are made, because I'm going to need a few. Cool. All right, so technically you guys could all just turn red, right? True. So let's make you a new network called generators. That's red, because that's usually how I do this. Okay. Bypass limit. You're going to go to generators. You're going to go to generators. Okay. So now all the stuff producing power is sending to the generators network. And then in theory, I hook you up to the generators network, and you're transmitting all the powers. We turn on bypass limit here, and you should be getting tons of it, and you should be filling up very nicely. Is that cool? I don't know why it flickers like that, though. Like, what's up with the flickering? Why are you flickering? Why aren't you just like a steady, hog wild, go crazy, kind of just do as much as you want? Like, what's with the flickering? Explain the flickering. I don't know. But then you can become a flux plug for blue, right? And then I can tell you bypass limit, and you'll just drain power to wherever it's needed, right? And then everything's online. So now we're producing, all going into giant battery, all coming out of giant battery. And that's pretty cool, right? And that'll hold a lot, like a real lot of power, which should suffice, right? You guys will drain out all your stuff. Still not quite sure what's with the flickering. Like, why are we flickering? We should be pretty steady on you. I guess there's a limit to the amount of energy pylons. So you have like a buffer of some kind? Is that right? Is that the deal? Is there a buffer? If I put another flux point here. Nope. I guess it's not making a difference. I can't tell if that's making a difference or not. It doesn't seem to be because nothing's coming into that other flux point. Yeah, I just want to know why we're flickering like that. That's annoying me. I don't like that, but it... I guess that's how it works. I don't know. Maybe that's how these react, like these generators. I don't know. I would have expected this to be more steady. But the point is, we have lots of stuff now. Now, we are going to burn through our nether stars rapidly as a result of the fact that you're, like, going crazy, right? And speaking of stars, we should probably, like, keep making nether star generators when we can, because I want to get up to 7 of them if possible. So that's going to be a thing we're going to want to pay attention to, right? Can I get to 7 yet? I actually can. So I could bump this guy up to a 64x nether star generator. All that's going to do is burn through my nether stars even faster, though, which is a little bit of a concern. But if we can get away from nether stars, that would be cool. But still, well, we'll see. For now, at least, we're producing copious amounts of power and storing a massive amount. And that's the benefit here, is this giant battery, right? Because before we didn't have a battery that was capable of transferring fast enough. Now we basically have unlimited transfer, as far as I know. I mean, I don't know that there's a limit, but I'm going to assume there isn't. So that's cool. So now let's look at the Draconic reactor. Does that sound fun? So I can get you guys, put this all away. That looks cool. You can go away. Let's clean up inventory for a sec. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Looking cool. Good? Enough. Draconic reactor. Shall we? So we need reactor stabilizers. Apparently 4 of them. And then we're going to need building the reactor. So we're going to need reactor stabilizers. I have to remember how this works, because I do not remember how this works. Fuel for our reactor and a jump start, and then activating the reactor. Now we pray and hope. I don't really remember how this works. The reactor takes awakened draconium as fuel. Don't worry, it's efficient. Fuel conversion determines when the awakened draconium will change to chaos. It will take only 8 blocks at a time and can only be fueled or refueled when the reactor is shut off. SAS mode helps to make that easier. Also, fuel goes in the bottom right slots. Cool. A reactor can only hold 1 billion OP, and while that may seem like a far number, it won't be for long. When energy saturation reaches 100%, it will increase heat a ton, which can lead to meltdown. It will need 500 million OP to activate, and a flux gate will help limit how much OP comes in and out. By the way, 1 RF equals 1 OP. They need redstone to activate and can be used for both adding. Yeah. It's been a really long time since I've done a reactor. All I remember about the reactor is it blows up in, like, a very spectacular way. So we should be very careful. But we're going to do it in a compact machine so we can be less concerned, right? Stabilizers are what form the containment field. Force shield around the reactor core. Once containment shield is down to 0, while reactor is turned on, it will begin to melt down. All 4 stabilizers need to be a few blocks away. So let's get some stuff, and then we'll go from there. Deal? Deal. So let's get the reactor stabilizer first. So to make this, you're going to need this, and we're going to need 4 of you, okay? So keeping that in mind. And the frame is what goes in to this dude. Okay? Cool. So we're going to need to know how to make all these bits and bobs. So you're going to need this. And then you're going to need this, for which you're going to need those guys. And then you're going to need this. And then you're going to need these guys. And we need 4 of these, remember. Cool. So if I want a reactor stabilizer, hopefully you knew. Nope, you didn't. That's okay. Remind me what I needed. Is it this dude needs that in the middle? It does. If I make you on the up, well, first off, we should make the reactor stabilizer frame. If I put you here, right, and then we make you here, hopefully it'll. I don't know if I made laser IO work that way, but maybe. I mean, it went in first, so that's cool. It might also be that because the recipe has it listed first, right? Reactor stabilizer frame is first. It'll do that, and that would be cool. So we need 4 of these. So let's get 2 more. What is going on with Draconium? Something up here, Chief? Available 119, 111 to craft 19. Why are there 36 that are not actually available? That's weird. Why would that be? Cool. He's making more awakened draconium blocks for me. Huh. You're doing something weird with draconium. Where's draconium sitting that you're being all weird? Okay. You know what? Do I have a recipe that says draconium comes from a draconium block or something? I wouldn't think so, but you know, that would be the only imagining I could have, right? This is a thing, so I could probably just remove you. Well, no, I still kind of need you. No, I still kind of need you, right? Because I need you to know that the conversion exists. So you are still needed. Trying to figure out why that's happening, but whatevers. Did you do something you should have been? Invalid recipe. No valid recipe. Why? Oh, is one of you guys set to... You're set to stack mode. Single item mode, please. You all need to be on single item mode. All right, so that'll be the 4 stabilizers that we need to get this guy going. Now the next thing we need is the reactor core. Okay, so that got me some awakened draconium, which is nice. Now let's teach you how to make a reactor core. And I'm just going to do it this way because, like, it should be fine, right? A big chaos shard can also go in this dude, right? So again, let's make sure that your up filter allows for a large chaos shard. And we'll see if that works out the way I hope it will. And then you need a pattern upgrade, right? Cool. And then you can do that. And then Draconic reactor core. Do we have enough stuff? Apparently we do. Injector tier too low. Oh, I need one more injector tier. Let's set you to never lock crafting until result. Let's take all you out. Put you all back. And then what we can do, let me get another one of you. Awesome. Should we get like 3 more just to be super cool about it? I'm worried that I'm going to run low on chaos shards. Not that I can't go tick accelerate bees to get more, but like, yeah. We'll just hold off. So now I should be able to do that, no problem. Cool. How much power do you need for that? 64 million. Not terrible. Sweet. Draconic core. And you're locked because I don't have one of you yet. We should add you to the crafting list. You know how to make everything, so that's cool. All we need to do is add on the up, you're allowed to have one of these dudes. I only need one of them? Apparently. I'm telling you, it's been a really long time since I built one of these. All I remember is it's super dangerous. Right? Do I need this to also? Is this not a high enough? Oh yeah, it needs a higher tier. Okay, fair enough. Alright, let's do this then. I knew I should have made another one, but oh well. Do. Let's get another. I'm going to cancel you and get another chaotic tier. Should I just do 3? I'm just going to do the 1 because, see, we're getting low on chaos fragments. That's the problem. That's why I was holding off on this. But I have a solution for that. Should help. Need more of those bees, though, for sure. Yeah, baby definitely ain't working, by the way. I wonder if Omega it boosts. I'm gonna Omega U. Because Omega includes a block upgrade. So that'll be even better for that dude. And I can Gamma U. Not that I can't overclock the things, but... Alright, so give me a few minutes to build up. Is that enough, actually? Do I have enough? I need 4 total to make the injector. So, like, we'll get there. It'll just be a minute. A little bit of tick accelerating. I'm actually really close, actually. Is that Soul's thing in this path? Yeah, no, that's Soul Lava. Like the Soul Overclocker dude. That overclocking thing. Guardian fluid. Whatchamacallit? You know what I'm talking about? The souls. I guess not. You know what I was talking about? Like the tick accelerating thing that like just, you know, tick accelerates? Guess it's not in here. I'll have to double check, but I thought it was just called soul. Alright, so snag you. Get in the power. Set it to single item. And then we should be able to do energy injector. Which looks like a pretty easy recipe, to be fair. Awesome. Cool. All right, which should complete our next two quests. Awesome. And then we just need the fuel and the flux gate. So we need a flux gate, which needs a potentiometer, which seems easy enough to make. And that should get me what I need. He is surprisingly slow to extract. You should be extracting at least 8 items at a time. Cool. All right, so that's everything. Compact machine time. So I'm guessing large should be sufficient because I don't think they need to be that big. I guess we'll find out, but large might work. And then you can go in here. Well, that ain't that big, but maybe. How big did it need to be apart? I maybe need a bigger one. How many blocks? I don't want to like super cramp it, right? Maybe we get out of here, and instead of large, we do giant. Does giant sound cool? So I'm gonna trash you, and instead we'll do giant. Is that still kind of ish? Maybe. We'll see. All right, let's do this. Let's wrap up here. Next episode, we'll come back and try it. Place it 5 blocks or more from the injectors and stabilizers. So, I mean, we should... That's really tight. That's really tight. Let's do the next tier up. We will trash you. I guess we could go colossal. That should be big enough. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Right. Only annoying part is this is like, I don't think it's no, it's good. It's good. Yeah, we have a center, and that's you. Cool. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So easily we should be able to pull this off. And if this isn't big enough, we'll do the sword-sized one. But we'll see. For now, Del20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next episode and figure out how this thing works, because I legitimately don't remember. I just remember, like, it explodes. For now, take it easy.